Welcome back. In this episode, we are going to be taking on the Colosseum, a difficult piece of content that I don't yet have any experience at. So we're going to be learning it, and we're going to be doing that with a pretty packed inventory. I've already put together a bit of a gear setup, but there is one more thing I want, the Dragon Defender. Now, the thing is, I have a stash with the Dragon Defender, but that stash also has a Slayer helm, and I don't exactly want to be carrying a Slayer helm along with me while I do this. So I'm actually going to get myself another Dragon Defender just for this challenge. It shouldn't take too long to get one. I'm kind of strong, and I don't believe I'll need to go through all of the other defenders since I still have this Dragon Defender here. And I believe, yeah, I left some armor here. If you let it despawn, then this guy picks it up. So yeah, this should be pretty quick. Nice, there we go. Did not take long at all. So I guess we're just about ready for the Colosseum. I definitely don't look ready, but it's as ready as I'll be. If this does end up being a disaster, I might be able to do a few things to try to make my inventory a bit nicer, but this is all I can really do right now. Okay, now I don't have this landing site built, and it would be kind of nice to have built, considering I might die a lot and have to get back here somehow. Now that requires me to do hunter rumors, but oh, do I really do some hunter rumors right now? I'll run back here for now. Hopefully I unlock the ring teleport fairly soon. From getting glory, which is basically just a high score kind of thing, you unlock certain benefits like access to the bank here, disease-free herb patch, and a Colosseum ring of dueling teleport, which would be really nice for getting back here. So all that to say, I'll have to use the bank out here for now. I hope I'll have enough prayer for this, and I hope I have enough brews as well. There's no way this inventory is correct, but it's the best I got, so I'll tweak it if necessary. It should at least be enough to learn the content. Well, I guess here we go. This grind could take a while, so I might need to get used to looking at this sandy floor. Huh. Well, at least I get put out here. I thought I would be put back at my respawn point. And I feel like I'm going to be buying a lot of looting bags during this. Good thing I saved up all those points. Now I could go back into the Colosseum, but for some reason I'm having a bit of a change of heart. I think I'm going to go do hunter contracts. It shouldn't take too many. I mean, it'll take a little bit, but having some of those Quetzal landing pads should be very, very convenient. Well, there are 40 hunter sacks, which hopefully will give me 30 Quetzal feed. I can only hope. I'll just be dropping the rest of this stuff, so it doesn't really matter what I get, except for hopefully enough Quetzal feed. Oh yeah, this is gonna get messy. Okay, that was not enough. Well, just need 7 more. I guess I'll open these as I get them now. Man, that's a lot of loot for a few hours. Well, back to hunting. Am I hunting the wrong Kebbit? Oh, I did. Nice. There we go. 30 Quetzal feed. Now on to building the landing spots. They require a bit of inventory space. I should be fine with this. I don't think I'll need to death pile, but I won't be able to build all 3 of them in one go. Alright, so now I should be able to run on over to a landing spot. Here's the one right by the Colosseum. There we go. Not too bad. Now I just have to do that 2 more times. Here's the second landing site. This spot is for the Moons of Peril whenever I do that. And now this final Quetzal is actually right next to a master stash and kind of close to, I think, a few other stashes. That's the hunter done. And now I need to go back to the Colosseum. Alright, well, it's enough stalling. Better get back to learning the Colosseum. Now, bag space isn't that limited. It's a bit full, but I should be able to find space to fill everything. But if I use the rune pouch for blood barrage, which I want to, it would mean I lose some bag space. I don't want to store some of these runes. But I think what I'll do is add another teleport here. I can add the Harmony Island one. I don't know if I'll use it, but it uses up a bunch of law runes, which means I have about 300 left, which I can just rebuy if I really need. Along with these elemental runes, I can drop these and get some blood barrage runes. Now I can go on to ancients, and I have blood barrage. And my way to get back to my house is gonna be Royal Seed Pod and run south to the spirit tree, and then use the spirit tree to get to the spirit tree in my house. If I really wanted, I could drop my elite caskets on the floor and they stay on the ground for an hour just like clue scrolls do, but I really don't want to do that. It's completely safe, but it just doesn't feel good. I worked pretty hard to get these, and I don't know, maybe I'll forget to redrop them or something. I'll keep it in mind and I'll resort to it if needed, but for now I'll go with this inventory. Honestly, I think the gold ore and wines of Zamrak might also be up on the chopping block, because then I could store my Tome of Fire and pages, which is another inventory slot, but maybe on next death I'll do that. Now, good thing I put the Varlamore teleport in here. I'll keep the Warp Scepter for now. I guess I can technically bag it after I use these dragon fruit saplings. I'm willing to drop it, but I don't think I'll need to. Soon I'll be down to just untradables in my inventory anyway. But I can use the bank chest here now, so that's pretty nice. Well, I snuck in an extra brew in here now, and yeah, if I can bag my Warp Scepter, which I'll be able to once I use the saplings, and Tome of Fire, if I drop the gold ore and wines of Zamrak, I'll have actually a pretty good inventory. Well, this inventory is not too bad. I'll still end up dying with it because I'm learning, but I'm definitely more confident in my inventory now. The Colosseum has two parts. The waves, which have a bunch of enemies you need to deal with, and the final boss, which has you fighting Soul Heredit. We'll get into his mechanics once I get there. First, the waves. The waves have an assortment of enemies which appear in different quantities depending on the wave. However, these 3 Feminics, one for each combat style, always spawn in the middle, and then follow you. You max hit on them when using the appropriate style according to the combat triangle. Then there are the other enemies. A small major, which is small. A ranger, which sometimes throws a javelin up into the air, which comes down onto your tile. A manticore, which has attacks with all 3 styles, one after another. And a big major, which is big, as well as the reinforcements, which come out 40 seconds after the waves start. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure what decides where they come out, but if you're west of the northwest pillar, they seem to always come out of the north gates. The reinforcements sometimes have a small mage, and always have either a jaguar warrior, which claws you out, or a minotaur, which can heal nearby enemies. So the waves have 2 main challenges: dealing with the initial wave spawn plus Feminics to get ready for the reinforcements, and 2, dealing with whatever is left over. For the first challenge, you need to first start on the correct tile at the correct time, which I currently am not doing, and second, you need to keep moving. If the Feminics are moving, they cannot hit you, so you walk to make them walk with you, while also praying according to whatever is attacking you, hopefully. For the second challenge, I'll be employing various methods to off-tick and destack. Oh yeah, also, you have a variety of modifiers that make the Colosseum more difficult. You need to choose 1 out of 3 randomly given modifiers before you start each wave. Well, they see me at the same time. Interesting. Thought that would off-tick them. Alright, well, Yeah, these unimportant drops are going on the ground. Save me another inventory space. Okay, so I think I've come up with 2 strategies to help fix this. Firstly, if I start here, I can run here, then here, and they're 1 tick off tick. Secondly, I can go here, and then they're 1 tick off tick, or go here, and then run the other direction, and they'll be 2 tick off tick. Hopefully I remember to do that. Oh, by the way, the reason I'm running to this tile right here is I believe it means some monsters can't spawn near you or something. You can start on the tile, but the timing's a bit tricky to know when exactly you can leave. But if you run from this tile to this tile and then run back immediately, you will have timed it perfectly, and it's pretty simple to do. Did I do that wrong? I survived, but that manticore spawned suspiciously close. I feel like the reason I'm running to the tile is so that it doesn't spawn like that, so I think I did something wrong. Or maybe it can spawn even closer. I don't know which is more worrying. Alright, let's see if I can solve this one. Should be a simple 1 tick off tick. I'm switching late. I'm switching very late. I'm happy with how far I got. However, I am worried at the lack of prayer. I did take a decent amount of damage though, so maybe blasphemy accounts for that. One thing I've learned besides the fact that I just need to 1 tick properly is I do think I am clicking out too early to go to the start tile. I think I need to spam click on the interface, not outside of the interface, to try to go earlier. I think it's causing me to leave the tile 1 tick early. So that's a fix I can do. And I need to be able to 1 tick. I just get nervous with the ranger throwing the spear, so I'll have to fix that somehow. So it should be something like that. Well, time to test my 1 ticking, I guess. Wasn't perfect, but at least I'm still alive. Man, I was worried about that. The shaman going in front of the meleeer. Oh, and by the way, I think I've theory crafted a way to get all my items back in my bag and inventory properly in 2 inventory trips, which is a big improvement from like 3. If I use my hand and offhand slot to have an ancient staff and tome of fire, that's 3 bag slots that I'm keeping on me, which means even with the seed pod in my inventory, I should be able to carry all of the items that are going to go in the bag, since the main and offhand counteract that slot. And there we go, a full bag and only in 1 trip. Should make all of these wipes a little bit easier to manage. Okay, here's an interesting off tick. Good chance for practice for me. It's not clean and it's kind of disappointing considering how simple of a mechanic it is, but I mean, this is all for practice right now, so hopefully I get better at it. That was late. And I have blasphemy on. I think they're same ticked. Man, my clue timer is also kind of low. Really don't want to let those clues go, so I think I'll just have to go a bit quicker. Spend a lot of time thinking about the waves. Probably just not attacking. Need to flick some more rigor as well. Alright, well, this does seem very doable. I feel quite confident I can do this. Maybe not yet, but eventually. Oh, did I? Oh, I don't get... Oh, right. If I telly out, I don't get the glory. Pretty sure at least. Maybe it would have actually just been worth dying then. The glory upgrade's pretty big, especially if I get the Ring of Dueling teleport here. That's fine though, I'll get it again. Maybe even on a success. Yeah, maybe next time. Oh, I need to get behind here. Oh. Okay, now here's an interesting solve I'm gonna have to do. Yeah, I don't know how to solve this actually. Oh, I think I solved it, but oh no. There's no way I do this. I don't think I have the dexterity. I guess there's only one way to find out. Okay, so it's there's no way. Okay, well. Oh man. I mean, at least I did have it. Well, there's a new PB, I think barely though. Yeah, it didn't unlock anything. Alright, well I know the solve is just those waves are harder to keep up than inferno waves because you have the risk of the falling spears. Alright, well next time. Honestly though, if I'm risking something on that wave, I think I just run south and tank 2 manticore shots, but I mean, if I'm gonna be training, I should definitely be training. I'll get better at that hopefully though. I think the main thing I'm struggling with is just being ready for the spear attacks, being ready to move, but also remaining in cycle with whatever prayers I need to do. One nice thing about this though is even if I do die while learning, I do have a small chance of getting the sunfire fanatic piece along the way. It gets more and more common as you go through the waves, so of course I want to make it as far as I can, but I might be dying here for a while, so maybe I will see it. Ooh. Man, well, I got it. Oh my goodness, that scared me. Man, I really gotta get used to myopia. I really shouldn't leave, because practice is always great, but I get a lot of glory from this. 17,000, that's even enough for the herb patch to be disease free, which, I mean, isn't useful now, but might be useful eventually. And I mean, the main thing is the teleport with the Ring of Dueling to get to the Colosseum. I'm gonna claim. If there was a Sunfire Fanatic piece there, maybe I would have tried for it. I mean, it would have been a fruitless endeavor, but I probably would have still tried for it. Alright, now I'm gonna have to drop some of this stuff. So maybe I didn't unlock that actually. Do you have to die to get it? I guess you'd have to either die or complete all the waves. Huh. Maybe I have to walk out of there? Did I teleport out of the arena? My opticing is still not great. Okay, wave 10. This will not go well. But even if I die here, I get a lot of glory, which means I should actually get the upgrades I was hoping for before. Oh, okay, well, it actually did go well, so I don't think I'm making it out of the next wave. Yeah, okay, there's something with A-B tiles that I tried to do and kind of did correctly, but then messed up the actual flicking. But that means I have all status benefits from Glory. The herb patch will be nice for later, but mainly for now the Ring of Dueling teleport will really help me, because I have a feeling I'm going to be coming back here a lot. Alright, for my second set of items, I can make use of this Ring of Dueling teleport. That's pretty nice. It's honestly not that much different than my previous strategy, but not too bad. That does mean that my whole bird landing site thing is a little obsolete now, but I'm happy I got it still. Now I do have an extra inventory slot now that I'm gonna go plant these dragon fruit saplings as well. Honestly, this is going a lot better than I thought, especially since that wave was very Well, it was kind of doable. I have some learning to do, but it's certainly not impossible. Oh yeah, also, before I forget, definitely want to drop these climbing boots for holy sandals. They should help a bit for prayer. +3 is pretty big. I should be able to skip this solar flare. Need to get the timing down for it though. Nice. Yeah, I was looking away for a second. Good practice. Still had decent supplies too. Oh boy, not that difficult of a solve, but I don't have a great track record with this stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's this solve. Oh no, I think this might be it for this run, but we're gonna try it. I think I just use rigor here too. I'm just gonna fall over. Alright, well, we're trying it anyway though. Maybe one day. Oh, there's 91 strength. Oh, and here are my stats, by the way, so far. So this could get bad depending on what the manticore spawns are. Actually, no matter what, this is pretty bad. But luckily I can employ the advanced tactic of running south. It should be easy with the manticore not having anything yet. There we go. Now I just have to be quick to run around here, and now the wave is super easy. Running south is actually a bit more useful than the inferno running south. It seems to be more of a real tactic. I need to get better at dealing with rangers while doing other stuff. And it was an easy solve, but man, those javelin guys. Oh man. Okay. Alright, not a great day. This is actually a pretty interesting wave. At first glance, it should be really easy because I can choose from 2 sides, and the first manticore orb is mage, so I can just start on the mage side. But there is a ranger at the back over there, and that'll get him unstuck. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a more complicated solve. Should be doable. I just go from here to here, and then the ranger will see me first and then the manticore. It makes it a bit harder to flick the manticore because you have to wait for the range attack and then switch to the manticore attack. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to do it without mistake. Alright, now this one's easier. And now I have... oh wait, actually this is pretty easy, I think. There we go. Now if that happens next wave, I'm in a whole world of trouble, so hopefully it doesn't. Ooh, okay. Just needed to make sure not to cover these 4 tiles in molten sand. Oh shoot, this means I'm getting to soul. This might be a bad time to say this, but I haven't done any soul prep. The only prep I've done is watch people do it sometimes, but not intentionally, just sometimes people are doing it. Oh no. Oh man, I'm getting really nervous. I mean, I have terrible supplies, so I don't think it's even realistic I get it, even if I play decent. Oh, and I actually don't have enough time to just sit around and read about what soul does because my clues are despawning. Alright, well, yeah, it'd be nice, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. Alright, well, at least I get some practice. Alright, let's see what I can get. Do I pray anything? Here are the basic mechanics of Soul Heretic. He thrusts his spear or hits the ground with his shield, meaning you need to step back in some way to avoid getting hit. At certain HP breakpoints, beams of light blast the ground, turning the sand molten on some tiles. Also, a crystal will be spawned to linger on the edge of the arena and periodically fire a very dangerous laser through the arena. Now, Soul has two special attacks, grapple and triple parry. For grapple, you need to click on the equipment piece in your equipment tab that corresponds to Soul's dialogue. For triple parry, you pray melee 3 times. You need to time this correctly though, as praying early will result in your prayer being turned off. The final hit gets delayed a tick after Soul hits 50% HP, so the timing can get a bit tricky. At 10% HP, Soul becomes enraged, making everything a bit more hectic and difficult to deal with. But once Soul is defeated, you are rewarded with the quiver along with whatever other loot you accumulated during the waves. Okay, well, anyway, I better get to dropping my clues. I'm pretty happy with that. One important thing to mention is I'm really anti-sim with like Inferno sim and Colosseum sim. I like the line of sight stuff, but the simulations never seem to give me the same feel as the actual game, and it seems like the feel is really what I need with that. And I kind of got it there with the stepping back, and I'm surprised I landed those prayers. Oh yeah, and I really need to get used to clicking on my equipment when that mechanic comes up. Well, for accidentally making it to Soul, I think that's a decent first attempt. Okay, there's some off-ticking. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable doing that. They same tick. Oh no. Okay, let's just brew up a bit. Need to make sure I have line of sight here. Okay, well that works. Whew, that was something. They were off tick, luckily. I didn't realize very quickly, but they were. Here we go. Another attempt at the final wave before Soul. Very doable. Okay, no item at least. Here we go. Why did I do that? Yeah, okay, I didn't even use my supplies there. Wave 11, I don't think I'm making it past this, and I definitely don't have enough supplies for Soul, but more practice is always nice. Oh, it's an easy wave too. At this point, Frailty does practically nothing. I have no food, so guess we'll get that. Let's see the loot we're saying goodbye to. It's not that much, just smelkables really. Maybe third time is the charm. Oh yeah, I messed it up pretty badly. Wait, hold on. Can I just long range this? Is that a thing? I think the Serpent Shaman has the same range as I do. so if that's the case, and I go back here, and then... Oh, no, that doesn't work. Never mind. I think I have myopia on. Alright, here I actually should be fine to not get hit by the shaman. Oh, okay. Well, that's the limit. Alright, I'm feeling a bit better about my off-ticking capabilities. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. Not my best work. I'll have to relook at that. I was thinking about solving it by running back to the right, but then it looked like the ranger got blocked, so I wouldn't be able to off-tick them. Maybe I could have just off-ticked them anyway by staying on that side. I mean, the AB tiles should have worked. Maybe that's the play. Okay, that was bad. I'm doing this solve. Wait, that doesn't solve it. Huh. This is a bit of a mess. I think I might be able to run south safely though, if I do it from here. I think that thing will see me later than the mage. Oh, but this south stack might be weird. Well, we'll see how this goes, I guess. Oh no, I mean, it's doable, for sure. I think easier than the other one. Oh no, it has to be step out here, 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 and then they're all one tick apart. Okay, they're not one tick, but if I had something on the line, then I'd probably just run east, but I'll attempt it. Okay, I mean, I got my prayer right like once, and that was enough, I guess. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I need to get the Minotaur unstuck, but I don't want the Shockwave Colossus to be unstuck. But if I start from the middle here, the Shockwave Colossus shouldn't be able to move enough, but the Minotaur, since it's stuck by the Manticore, it's already on this tile, so it only needs to move one tile. The Shockwave Colossus needs to move two, it won't have that chance. This should work. Nice. Man. Okay, that's an improvement. Alright. Well, let's go volatility. This will probably just be some practice. Oh, that was weird. Well, yeah, new PB at least. I need to be able to get to my equipment on time. Oops. Man, if I was any other account type though, I'd be paying a lot in death costs. Here are my current stats. Not the greatest, but they'll get better, probably. Hopefully, at least. This isn't great, is it? Well, this looks like a great contender for running south. I'll probably just pray mage and run south. Hopefully this fixes everything. Well, guess that works. Very cleanly, actually. This is good. Oh, and there's 20 million range XP. I had it solved too, like pretty easily, but a little misclick and a bit of panic and it's gone. Not bad though, decent wave. Oh, that was spooky. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, I'll get better at that, hopefully. Just about staying calm while under attack. Oh man, I did not think it would turn out that way. I thought I'd get single enemies on the eastern side, and then I tried to quickly go to the other side, but I think that manticore was on cooldown. Man. Right. Oh, man. Oh, I was not ready for that. Yeah, I'm kind of playing slow now. I need to take a bit of a break. Ooh, alright, I messed that wave up. The manticores, in order to do the whole alternating thing that they do, where they don't attack at the same time or overlap or anything, they need to see you at the same time. And to do that on wave start with that spawn, I need to stand here. But I didn't. But luckily I was able to fix it because there's only one ranger. But be careful because you can't always do that. Oh, I had it there, but I just blanked out for a second. It really shouldn't have seemed as hard as it did, because I have like 5 ticks where I don't even need to worry about the manticore, but at least that's something I feel like I can improve on quite quickly. Maybe next time I'll do better. I really had it, but the healing threw me off. I'm not sure if I could have dragged it to not heal. Oh man. Yeah, that was a strange stack. I guess I should have just gone for the off tick, but I thought maybe I could stay with it hidden. Ooh, that was bad. Okay, I would get an onyx if I pass this. I don't know how rare that is, but I don't really have enough time to check. Let's go volatility 2 and try your best. Oh man. Yeah, I just, well, no onyx for me. Got a bit confused. Well, that's alright. I'm glad I got there. I feel a bit more confident, but still need some more attempts. Man, that Fremenict. Got another attempt coming up. Volatility is not too bad. Hopefully I remember to run away. Quite a lot of brews, decent amount of restore. Honestly, the restore is probably going to run out first. Alright, well, here we go. Man, I just could not get that right. Well, another attempt. Feeling a tiny bit better about it. Okay, well, 8 rune warhammers if I win, so that's pretty good. Here we go. Oh man, you really have to wait longer for that last one. Well, I tried. Maybe next one. Oh, now this is interesting. Do I just take the 50-50 or run south? Oh. I lost the 50-50. Now I run south, I think. But do I just... Is there... I'm just gonna run south. I'll survive. I mean, I did survive. Alright, here we go again. Let's take volatility and try our best. I barely saw that. Man. Oh, I couldn't tell where he had moved. Man. Yeah, just a few silly mistakes. And by the way, here are my stats. 42 deaths. But then I stacked up all those LMS points. That one was unsavable. Honestly, the indications I had already were pretty bad. And I already took a decent amount of damage with like Blasphemy 3 on, so my prayer was kind of not as high as I'd want it to be. I just wasn't feeling it. Okay, technically this stack should be really simple, but I guess we'll see. I have a feeling I might mess this up. Man, I cannot afford to lose prayer. Alright, hopefully I solve this without taking damage now. Wow, that's disappointing. Oh, okay. Well, goodness me. Okay, this is wave 6, which is a difficult wave. At least fairly difficult. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna fully brew up for this. I'll take Relentless, so I'm hoping for a good spawn. Here we go. Shoot. Nice, okay, whew. I got lucky with the spawn there. The Serpent Shaman didn't spawn ahead of the Jaguar Warrior, so I didn't have to hope for another off tick. Man, I messed up the flick a lot of times there. Got a bit lucky. Whew, nice. Okay. Time to claim. What a nice reward. I'll take that. I don't have any use for the sunfire splinters, so I guess I'll just leave those. Nice. I don't think this guy knows that I didn't actually beat the Colosseum, I just got a unique. Alright, well, let's go and build this stash. I'll just sell these here since I can't elk. Alright, well the stash should be somewhere around here. Alright, here it is. And there is, and there is another elite stash filled. Probably the hardest elite. I mean, the Rune Heraldic Helm can be a bit difficult to get, as I know, but it's a very good one to get filled at the very least. And I actually have a current step here, but I won't do that just yet. Now the question is, do I go for the quiver? Honestly, if I got the armor piece much earlier, I might have not gone for the quiver, but I really feel like I can get it. The thing is, I'm not too far from getting big upgrade, like Burning Claws maybe. A Necklace of Anguish might help. Maybe I could use the Dark Totem base, but I just feel like in terms of mechanics, I'm kind of getting there, not doing too poorly, so kind of want to finish this while I've done all this learning and gotten used to the boss. So I think I'm gonna go for the quiver. The thing about the quiver though is I can't store it, which is kind of annoying. I have space in my back because I can store the infernal cape. I think I'll get it though. I've come this far and improved. Might take a little bit, but I think it'll be worth the effort. So back into the Colosseum we head, hopefully for not too long. Whew, alright. Well, we get an attempt on the next run. Now this is an interesting choice. I think Doom 2 is the way to go. I don't even have many brews anyway. Alright, here we go. I've done this before. Just don't make the mistakes this time. And I couldn't tell the center. Wasn't bad, but I mean, I'm making too many mistakes for sure. I was at 8 points of doom, so 8 whole mistakes. But that's learning, so. Oh, one thing I can quickly do is I have used quite a lot of runes, which means my death runes can go in the rune pouch. So that's one way to free up a bag slot. Alright, I mean, not much to do except try again. Oh. I didn't stand on the right tile. The ranger's attack was on tick with the manticore's melee. Just need to stand on the right tile there and keep calm. And we are up to 47 deaths. That was just really bad. It was like super free, but I mean my modifiers weren't great. I guess that's a silver lining. I mean they weren't that bad, but Doom 2 and Realty 2 can mean I have a bad boss, potentially. Man. Oh. Man, these are getting really bad. I think I have to just push through it though. Alright, now this is a choice. It's definitely quartet, but man, this is rough. Oh my goodness. I'll be honest, I thought I was done for there. Whew, luckily the spawn actually turns out alright for me. Yeah, there we go. Everything blocks everything as it should be. Whew. What a wave. Wait, does that mean the duo invocation actually saved me? Oh man, I have a lot of supplies, but I have 10 points of doom I can take, so... Oh, and I have to take frailty. That's unfortunate. I was hoping I could overheal, but 90 HP is quite a lot still. Alright, here we go. Oh, there is going to be a fanatic. I have to be ready for that. Yeah, it made me take one there. I didn't have my defender on. No, I clicked the tick late. I knew it too. So disappointing. I missed the prayer as well. You really have to wait so long for that. I guess we go back in. Really could have had it there. Man. I had a lot of supplies. It was a good attempt. I didn't have too much frailty. No solar flare to worry about. But wasn't enough. Did I just empty a potion and then drink from one? I could have just stood in the A tile, but I just panicked, so that was bad. Well, next time just go to the A tile and stay there and they'll off-tick themselves. Then I just need to flick them. Simple as that. Oh no. I mean, I might not even get this, honestly. It's wave 11 and I think I have some pretty bad modifiers on. And see what we can do. Oh, hold on. Nice. Alright, this wave's easy now. But do I keep going? I have such good supplies, and I mean, I don't really care about the sunfire piece now. If it was before and I needed it, I'd definitely not go on. I do have solar flame though, and I haven't really done a boss with that. At least I haven't done one where I've gotten far. I'm so tempted just to send it anyway. Really, I only want the quiver. Oh man. I gotta do it. What do I have? I have frailty 1. I think I'm gonna do it. Don't get me wrong. This isn't an active courage, it's an active indifference. I already have the piece I want, and this is just gonna be laying in my house, getting no use if I get it anyway. Even just from a standpoint of practice, I probably prefer to just send it anyway. Oh, why have I done that? I thought it said neck. I don't think that's even a thing. Nice. Oh, volatility? What is sportsmanship? Oh my goodness. It paid off. Let me take that. Whew. There we go. I was going to talk about this earlier, but I realized the pants are actually super good for Slayer since I don't have any strength boosting pants and I do have the fighter torso. So I actually want to use the fighter torso with some prayer if I ever use melee. I don't think I really use melee with that anyway, but I kept it together, made a few mistakes. I was 2 stacks of doom off. I think I got a bit lucky also with the stepping back at the end with that shield, but oh, feels good. By the way, in case you were wondering, the quiver, you do want to fully recharge it and stuff. You want to basically corrupt it, but not really corrupt it. Bless it, that's what you want to do. You want to fill a bunch of charges in it so that it has infinite charges. However, since I'm using the Bow of Ferdinand, that doesn't actually use charges since it doesn't have ammo. There we go, what an outfit too. Sadly, we won't be seeing much of this outfit since I have to put this in my house, and you, as an ultimate, cannot take out unfinished sets. What an experience. Here are my final stats. They're a bit abysmal, but ultimately it just matters that I got it. Alright, back to standards, I guess. Oh yeah, and I actually got this before even getting the Warcath backpack. I think you still want to get that to get the ammo saving properties of it, but again, I won't need that since I don't use ammo. Man, this thing is gonna be on my back for a very long time. So you can actually store the quiver, but only the max cape variant, which is a good incentive to max on an ultimate. Well, since I can't store it and I can't store the infernal cape, I should be fine on inventory space. I'll just always have this on my back, which actually leads me to an interesting decision. I recolored this armor a while ago. It's an interesting choice. The decision making behind it, if you don't remember, was that it looks good with the range cape, which it does. Turns out I don't use the range cape very much though. Used it for Inferno a bit, but I barely did any Inferno after I recolored this. So now that we have a new cape slot, I figure it's time to recolor. Now this is going to be a potentially controversial choice, but I think blue might end up going well with it. Also, it goes well with the holy sandals. Alright, first impression. I don't mind it. I think I'll have to get the full set on though to truly see if I like it. Okay. I think the holy sandals really pull it together. Oh, right. Okay, let me quickly. Here is the full set. Very blue. Maybe it would go better with rune gloves, but I think I keep the Barrows gloves. It's a look, so I think we'll keep it for now. Time to put away the sunfire fanatic chest plate. It goes in here. I won't be able to withdraw it until I get the helmet, at which point I can grab the legs, put them in, take it out. It's a long process, but I would be able to take it out. But for now, it's gonna be staying in here. The legs are pretty cool though. Oh, hi beaver. Well, what an adventure. I'm super glad I ended up staying and getting the quiver. It was a difficult task, but I ended up pulling through. And I even got 2 pieces of the Sunfire Fanatic outfit, so that's pretty cool. Took a lot of attempts, but ultimately what matters is that you get it. Well, before I end this, we might as well get our clue scroll from here. This one. And let's go complete the step that I worked so hard to get. Here it is. We can take our leggings out. Interesting look. And hello, Uri. Oh, well, a wilderness step. Well, anyway, that was an intense journey, but in the end we were able to get the quiver and 2 pieces of the Sunfire Fanatic set, which is really big. I hope you all enjoyed, and if there is a next one, I hope to see you in it.